Closed captioning for Hello ENC is sponsored by Hearing Life.
Coming up today on Hello ENC, coffee lovers love to put their hands around their mugs in the morning, but do they know how their beans got to them in the first place?
Hello ENC.
Hey. Livin', lovin' local.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Lifestyle.
With your host, Megan, and fashionista, Ciara.
Let's get a sound check. And now, Hello ENC.
Let's go.
Welcome to Hello ENC. I'm your host, Megan Mamlock. Hopefully I'll be able to get you over the Wednesday hump, especially because we're going to discover some 90s hip hop with On the Record with Chris. And C will test out her Lizzo impersonation on the flute for C sharp. But first, let's learn where coffee beans come from on Coffee Break.
The following segment is sponsored by Blackbeard Coffee Roasters.
Welcome back to Coffee Break. It's time to get over the hump day slump day. I'm here at Blackbeard Coffee Roasters with Lonnie, our fabulous barista, and she's going to explain how coffee beans get from the farm to our cup. So what is that whole process like?
So it's really amazing, the process, because like you said, we source our beans from all over the world. And really it's the process of the farmer growing the tree, growing the shrub, harvesting, packaging, shipping it to Greenville, North Carolina. It's a journey that our coffee is taking. So in summary, it requires a perfect blend of conditions to grow coffee.
I was just gonna say, like, does it have to be a lot of water for beans to grow? Like, it has to be kind of, a lot of it comes from South America, right?
Right, there's specific regions. So what it is that coffee needs certain conditions in order to grow. And a lot of these conditions are found along the equator, and it's called the coffee belt. And so these are areas like Brazil, Colombia, even Indonesia,
wow,
Ethiopia. So as you can see, like, we have a few of the beans that we offer, and they come from different regions. So what happens in these locations is that it is the perfect condition to grow beans. What I'm saying is that it's a tropical climate, there's a lot of sun, they can get, the amount of water that they need in order to grow. So when you have these conditions, it's up to each farmer to grow the beans of their choice, and then they harvest it and get it ready for shipment.
So a lot of people can be confused between fair trade beans and organic beans. What is the difference between those two?
Right, so there are a lot of terminologies surrounding your coffee, and I know a lot of people can kind of get intimidated not understanding them or not knowing what they are. So when you talk about fair trade coffee, it's about the labor that goes into it, the working conditions of the farmers. And so there was a big movement and a big push back in the 80s, just because a lot of farmers were honestly getting gypped and they were not being compensated for their work fairly.
Yeah.
So fair trade just means that the conditions are fair, they're getting a good wage, and that their working conditions aren't too harsh. But that's not really as much of an issue right now in a lot of the developed countries that we get our beans from. So as long as you talk to your roaster, you talk to your barista, ask them certain questions about where they source their beans, they'll be able to give you the lowdown on that.
Speaking of which, so you guys roast all your beans in-house.
Right.
So what is that process? Because off camera you told me that they come in actually green. And so how do you make sure that it stays fresh?
Our bean purchases really depend on how much there is available to us. So some countries, for example, Colombia is kind of a staple here. We're gonna have that pretty much year round because they produce so much beans, throughout the year. Whereas a location like Peru, for example, which we have at the moment, we have to wait for the spring harvest to come through and then get those shipments. So we do currently have the Peruvian. It'll last us probably through the fall, but then we just wait on whenever the harvest is fresh, whenever it's available, and that's how we decide where to source from. We carry two different roasts that are from Ethiopia. So one is the Yirgacheffe and one is the Sidamo. Completely different flavor profiles. Why is that? Because of the region that it was grown, the soil, and even the amount of water that they get completely affects it. It's really amazing, even the altitude, how high up it is, the elevation. So all these things are what gives the coffee that you have a diversity, and so if you were to try a Sidamo, you would notice that there is a difference between the Yirgacheffe.
It's kind of similar to like vineyards, where like depending on like where you grow your grapes, like your wine can have a completely different profile.
Yep, exactly. That's just the way it is.
You taught me so much.
Today's segment was sponsored by Blackbeard Coffee Roasters.
A If you've missed any of your favorite stories or an episode of Hello ENC, just go to YouTube and search Hello ENC to subscribe and watch.
From New Bern to Greenville, you're watching Eastern North Carolina CW.
Boy, it sure feels like deja vu standing inside Fuller's music. Coming up on C#, I'll learn another musical instrument that will make Lizzo proud on Hello ENC. Hello ENC, this is C#, where I try to learn a different musical instrument every week. And today I have a wonderful person beside me, Maria Flowers, and she is a flute instructor. And she has been playing a flute for how long?
I started in college, so about 4 or 5 years now.
Oh wow. Oh, that's a pretty good time.
Thank you.
So what do you enjoy about playing a flute? Because Lizzo, have you heard the singer Lizzo?
Oh yeah, of
Girl,
course.
I love me some Lizzo. But she is also a flute player too. You gotta have good lungs or bit lungs, as she would say,
Oh my gosh,
to play the
yeah.
flute. So I'm gonna play the flute like Lizzo today, guys.
All right.
So what's the first step?
All right, well, obviously we gotta open the case and put the instrument together. So first let's talk about the different parts of the instrument. So
All
go ahead
right.
and open your case.
So we have opened up the case, and this is what we are working with. Ooh, ooh. Okay.
All right, so the first piece that I want you to take out is this one. And this is called the head joint.
The head joint.
So before we even put the entire flute together, we're gonna try and make a sound, okay?
Okay.
So I want you to flip it around this way. Yep, and then we're gonna put our hand flat like this. You hear that? And then when we...
It sounds like raindrops, like raindrop, drop top.
So when we play the flute, a lot of people think like, oh, I see this hole and I should blow right into it. It's actually not how it is. So when you make a sound on an instrument, the main thing that happens is a vibration.
Okay.
So for instance, with brass, you have to buzz your lips. That's the vibration that's happening.
Okay.
With instruments with a reed, there's a vibration that happens in the reed. When you hit a drum, there's a vibration. Now flute's a little different because the air is what vibrates. So in order to make the air vibrate, we have to blow across, and then some of the air will be cut inward, some of the air will go across. And when it's cut like that, that's what makes the vibration. We want to say we. Good. And try and play with the rotation of the head joint. So sometimes it needs to be rolled out, sometimes it needs to be rolled in. So you look a little rolled out right now. We're working
out.
We're working like this. We want to roll it in a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, so try that.
Let's roll in.
Yes. And so the formation of our face to play an instrument is called the embouchure.
The
So
embouchure.
the way to get a flute embouchure is to say we.
We.
Yeah, literally we too.
We.
So when we hold the flute, we like to think of a relaxed C, almost as if you're holding a glass of water.
Okay.
Okay? And then when we
a
are
glass
in
of
this,
wine.
or a glass of wine too, you know, we all have those days. But so when we're holding our glass of water, and then when we put it on here, we want to have our thumbs line up with our first fingers underneath. So when you're looking at your C like this, you want to have it so that you can go like this. Not out here, not in here.
But like this?
Yeah, just nice and comfortable.
Like you're tapping.
So sometimes I like to have my students push with their finger here into their lip and then kind of push back with their chin. I'm gonna adjust a little bit. So let's take this away from your face and let's try and get it up here a little bit more.
Ooh.
Yeah, you were crushing the hamster a little bit.
Sorry.
Don't say sorry to me, say sorry to the hamster.
I'm sorry, hamster.
Good, good, good. I like what I'm seeing. Oh, your fingers are in Greenville. Or your fingers are in Rocky Mountain.
God,
Bring
they're
them-
Rocky Mountain again.
Bring them to Greenville. There you go.
Hey friends, it's time for the ENC CW Insider Wednesday night sneak peek. First up, we have a brand new episode of Mysteries Decoded, a show that takes a look into America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Let's roll it.
Scared? You should be.
Tonight,
I'm on the trail of something otherworldly.
Dig into the secrets
Why is this 90% redacted?
of unexplained phenomena.
Is there somebody here with us?
Mysteries Decoded. New episode tonight at 8, 7 Central. Only on the CW.
And Wednesday would not be complete for our sci-fi lovers without having a double feature of one of my favorite shows, Wellington Paranormal. If you've missed out on some of the episodes, take a sneak peek of what you've been missing.
New Zealand police, you gonna come peacefully?
Guess not.
You okay?
You experiencing like an ominous sense of foreboding?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
Wellington Paranormal. New episode tonight at 9, 8 Central on the CW.
Up next, me, Jack, and a Marine will go head-to-head to see who will come out on top of the Marines Combat Fitness Test. Coming up next for On the Record with Chris, he keeps the summertime vibes rolling as he introduces us to a 90s classic California hip-hop album. Say that 5 times fast.
Hey, thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris. This is On the Record. Got one of my favorite hip-hop albums of all time right here. I have lots of favorite albums of all time. Just gotta roll with it, I guess. This is Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. This is definitely one of those albums that you can listen to from the beginning to the end and just be taken on a nice little time capsule back to 1993. This album definitely brings back a lot of memories of me in early college. I was in college in the early 2000s, so I was about 10 years too late for this, but we would just drive around and listen to this album and just have fun. And it's definitely a summertime vibe album, so if you ever need some classic hip-hop, classic California hip-hop, where it's just feeling good and, you know, there's nothing harsh about it, you can definitely check out Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. Obviously, the title track, 93 Till Infinity, is great, but again, you can just listen to all of the album songs from start to finish, and you're not going to have a bad time if classic underground hip-hop is something that you enjoy. So be sure and check it out. Well, I'm Chris, and this has been On the Record. We'll see you next time.
Hello, 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 hello.
So Parker, what are we getting into today?
We are about to run a combat fitness test.
And so for people who don't know, this is me and Jack's first time. What are we getting? What can we expect?
Vigorous activities.
Jack is trying to be similar, so I got the woman, the man, the Marine, and then the civilians to see who's gonna come out on top. All right, guys, here we go.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Ready, begin.
Pick up the pace!
The first lap, I was like, this is bad. And then I ran it and I was like, oh, this is awful. My goal is to go over 75.
I'll do 175.
Ready? You have 2 minutes starting here.
1, 2, 15, halfway, 60.
That was awful. That was awful. I fatigued so fast.
Go to the gym. Train up.
girl push-ups.
Come on, Megan. I know I don't weigh that much. Run. Run. Quicker, Megan. I'm dying. I'm done. Keep your feet flat.
So your final score is going to be a 232 out of 300.
So I got a 232 out of 300.
Which gives you 98 points. With a total of 256.
Yeah.
So you got total
Went
256.
to 232.
I don't know about you, but that land workout kind of made me feel like I have sea legs, which is good because we're heading to the pool right after this.
I don't know about you, but these legs are made for the land, not the water. So.
I'm ready for my flippers to come out, so let's head over.
Up next, Jack and I take on the marine survival swim training to see if we have what it takes.
I'll call out the exercise, and then when I blow the whistle, Sean's going to show you here in a sec. He's just going to do a nice big stride jump entry into the pool. So the most common one you're going to see is the crawl stroke. So I'll say crawl stroke, you'll yell it back, and then once I blow the whistle, you'll go off. So it'll be crawl stroke, tweet. So he's going to jump in just like that. All right, when you hear hands across America, that's going to be you combined with the rest of your squad. So hands across America, you're just going to join hands. Blow the whistle, you're all gonna jump off together, and then holding hands, swim across the pool together. All right, once you get to the edge, you're just gonna let go, pull yourself out like normal. And then we're gonna have a couple of exercises on the side of the pool too. So we're gonna have push-ups. So push-ups, all you're gonna do is just put your fingers hanging over the edge just like that, and then it's gonna go off of a 4-count cadence. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then you'll count 1. Bravo, cross stroke. Up front, toes on the edge. Bravo. Grab the rifle. Cross stroke.
We're here at the Camp Johnson pool with Captain Harding. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
So what did we get into today?
So today we did a swim aerobics PT. So we just did some physical training, the same stuff that our students do every day for a 3-week course.
And so what does this prepare them for? Because, you know, I'm a collegiate swimmer. Jack has a history of high school swimming. And so this was pretty tough for both of us. It's very different from regular swimming. Can you describe or walk it through to our viewers of what we went through?
Absolutely. So for the swim that we did today, what we're really trying to prepare our students for is to be able to go out and rescue. So our students, when they graduate, these are going to be the Marines that are out there as safety risk mitigators for commanders. So they'll be the ones that will run swim qualifications, swim physical training. They'll also be the guys out there that kind of plan any swim and waterborne operations we do in the Marine Corps.
Yeah, I think this is really cool. You know, everybody knows about Camp Lejeune here in Jacksonville, but I think this is a really interesting way for them to get a more inside look into how like the day-to-day activities of Marines go, and like how it's a lot harder in real life than it looks on TV.
So I'm glad you guys got the opportunity to really like come here and see some of the specialized training that some of these Marines go through every single day. So
make sure to tune into Hello ENC every weekday to check out
all the challenges we'll be trying out with the military all across NC.
It might not feel like it because it's so hot out, but fall is just around the corner, and with that brings a whole new lineup of CW show premieres. We got the 3rd season of DC's Stargirl on Wednesday, August 31st. Then we have a new legal drama, Family Law, debuting Sunday, October 2nd. Followed by the 4th season premiere of Coroner. Kung Fu Season 3 kicks off October 5th. Walker returns for Season 3 on October 6th. followed by the series premiere of Walker Independence. All-American Season 5 premieres October 10th, followed by the Season 2 premiere of All-American Homecoming. New series, The Winchesters, debuts October 11th, followed by the series premiere of Professionals. Then Magic is Back when Penn and Teller Fool Us returns October 14th, followed by new episodes of Whose Line Is It Anyway? Chris Angel's Magic with the Stars premieres October 22nd, followed by the return of World's Funniest Animals.
From New Bern to Greenville, you're watching Eastern North Carolina CW.
Coming up this week on Artsy, we'll head down to Atlantic Beach to check out how the boardwalk is getting a major design upgrade. Plus, if you blink, you'll miss him. We'll check in with our couple of nerds, Ashley and Ryan, to talk about the Scarlet Speedster himself, the Flash. Make sure to join Hello E&C every weekday at 12:30 to be in the know of everything that is livin', lovin' local in the East. See ya!
Get fashion forward with me, C. Join me on Fridays at 12:30 for the hottest styles and latest trends. Only on Hello E&C.
Hey friends, make sure to scan the QR code to subscribe to the Hello E&C YouTube channel.
From fashion to food, you can watch all your favorite local lifestyle stories all across the East.
Join me and C
for Hello E&C on YouTube.
Content segments during Hello E&C were paid for by Blackbeard Coffee Roasters.
Closed captioning for Hello E&C is sponsored by Hearing Life.